Of discussion starters from 2 Corinthians. We're looking at verses 7 through 18. Now, I remember this passage being shared by Patsy Claremont at one time, and her presentation, and you ought to find it on YouTube, is memorable because she makes a point that I think we as Christians often dismiss. In our search to try to make everything perfect in our lives, at least look perfect to everyone else, we're losing a very precious opportunity. Notice it says in verse 7, but we have this treasure, meaning that this gospel, this opportunity to present the gospel of Jesus Christ in jars of clay to show, prove out that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. I think sometimes we'd rather have it look like it's from us. We are hard-pressed from every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. We always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may be revealed in our mortal body. So then, death is at work in us, but life is at work in you. Think about it. Where are the most potent places that the love of Jesus Christ can show in our lives? But at the points that his grace has worked in our life. I think of the times that I worked with addicts, alcoholics, drug addicts, sexual addicts, those times that God got through and changed their lives, they praise the Lord for. And it's those very spots of their weakness that God can show his strength. Now, many of us have lived very sheltered lives, and so we don't have that active testimony. But I challenge us just a little bit to think about the fact that maybe we don't have that big a testimony because we haven't turned that portion of our life over to Christ. So my challenge today is to discuss those spots that we maybe haven't given over to Jesus yet, maybe need cleaned up yet, and allowed his grace to be at work in us. Patsy Claremont's story talks about cracked pots, and that it was Christ that put her life back together. But in those spots where it had been cracked and didn't quite bond yet, those are the places that the light of Christ shined through. About where we allow Christ to shine through in our lives.